Chopra. You're watching One World with Deepak Chopra. And my very special guest today is the legendary Paul Tudor Jones. You know him as the founder of Robinhood and also as the mega entrepreneur and businessman of Tudor Investments. Thank you, Paul, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Deepak.
So it's very gracious to take time for you to take time to spend 20 minutes with us.
Couldn't think of a better 20 minutes to spend. I feel very connected since we got blue shirt, red tie.
That's
it's
right.
Already.
And you know, I normally never wear this Judeo-Christian symbol of, I call it the phallic symbol of colonialism, but nevertheless, I feel good about it today. We spent a very interesting day yesterday at the University of Virginia with this new initiative that you've launched, the Contemplative Sciences. Let's tell our audience about it. It's something that has never been done before, actually.
Okay. Well, yesterday you were kind enough to come down and lead for the Contemplative Science Center, which is a 2-year-old venture that my wife and I started with some other folks at the University of Virginia. University of Virginia actually has a phenomenal religious studies department, and we originally went down there with the idea of just trying to introducing yoga to the larger stakeholders in the Charlottesville, Virginia community, particularly at the university. And then we found this just enormous thirst, this unquenched thirst for anything that could help people better themselves, not just physically, through something like yoga or Tai Chi, but also mentally through meditation and through a variety of other mind-body techniques that help people become probably better individuals mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and then obviously tap into that larger collective good. And you were gracious enough to lead a fantastic mass meditation on the lawn, on the steps of where Thomas Jefferson, Presidents Madison, Monroe all stood, and I just thought it was a wonderfully historic moment.
Well, it was very historic and special for me. For 30 years, I've talked about consciousness, mind, body, and our connection to the big mystery that we call life. And for me, it was very gratifying that now there is an academic institution where contemplative science has become a discipline, and where we had at least 8 deans supporting this initiative, which you and Sonia Jones, your wife, were gracious enough to actually fund. And now we can see the impact of these contemplative disciplines on health, nursing, medicine, economics, all the different disciplines that are usually taught at these schools.
No question. I think contemplative sciences, and particularly when you start talking about many of the Eastern practices, such as meditation, it probably, for Americans, is a bit off-putting because they're not really culturally comfortable with it. Mindfulness is a term that we know is kind of gripping our whole society and culture, but people still are a little nervous about it. What I try to always remind everyone, and particularly in the Virginia community, is that the first form of mindfulness that I know of was actually in the Old Testament, when it was said in Psalms, be still and know that I am God. The ultimate form of mindfulness, which is defined as present moment, non-judgmental awareness.